Good morning, good morning. What is going on? Hopefully having a good day wherever you are in the world. Today we're talking about a few shoes, some that came out today, which is this book one right here in front of you, and some that come out in some days, and then some that came out already. We're gonna go over a few different shoes today just to talk about them and see what's going on. Hopefully you guys are having a good day wherever you guys are in the world. You know what I mean? Let me turn that down because I'm not trying to get no copyrights on here. This is definitely a nice shoe for sure. The Nike Book One, now available today. They actually dropped today, I believe, on like Foot Locker and Nike.com. Not a bad shoe at all. Rich, what it do, man? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Good grand rising. That's what you like to say. I don't. Top of the morning. You know what I mean? Getting it started early. Had some extra little time on my hands. I went live on my other channel yesterday. I wanted to come live here. Also anybody coming through now or watching later, make sure you guys check out the video I dropped yesterday. My algorithm is all over the place because I'm dropping reviews and vlogs, and the time difference is significant. So when people are just watching my vlogs and then they creep in for the reviews, my next vlog, YouTube doesn't push it out as much because they didn't watch as much as my last video, which was the sneaker review, which I think they need to fix that at some point. So yeah, whenever you see a video of mine, just go check it out. You know what I mean? And if you have some time, watch it all the way through. And if you don't have some time, just come through and at least hit that like button. But I'm definitely staying dedicated to my sneaker reviews because that's what I've been doing for a long time, and I love doing sneaker reviews. But yeah, because it's like people are used to watching my vlogs more now. So when I come with the reviews, it takes a lot of time for those views to get up there. So YouTube's algorithm just be whapping out. So it is what it is, bro. But these are definitely nice, and those antics are definitely fire. I definitely have to. I'm definitely considering those for sure. Definitely. We waking and baking and watching and talking and looking at shoes, getting my day started early with y'all. I'm just chilling out because I do have some time before I have to get to editing this other video. We got some shoes to go over. If you guys weren't here when I went live yesterday, you guys haven't seen these shoes in. This shoe right here, we talked about it before. I've had the review in my phone for the longest and just never dropped it. I guess I have to drop it today, right? I have no choice but to drop the review for it today. But this is definitely a nice shoe, the D-Book One, this pink colorway. Some people might like that tone of pink, maybe or maybe not. I mean, it's perfect timing for Breast Cancer Awareness Month as we are in October. These come in pink foam. That's the color scheme, and definitely I'm going for those. Hopefully the store that I rock with gets them. If they do, I will be there trying to get them for sure. I do like the Kobe X-rays, and things are looking very nice. Now that's the Kobe that I know people are going to be doing everything they can to get those. I like those. You know what I mean? Yeah, those Kyries are definitely ones that I'm looking forward to grabbing too. And the thing that's great about that is they said it's available at anta.com and select retailers. So I believe like the flex stores might get them just like they got the Twin Flame. I hope that's the case. I really hope that's the case. Is it possible to marry your grandson? Whoa, I don't think it's possible. D-Book One, Sunrise. This is pretty much the highlight of the shoe for me. Quinn, what it do? Welcome to the stream, bro. Going a little early look on these D-Book Ones that actually released today on Nike.com and all that. I have a review dropping for this shoe too as well. Definitely not a bad shoe. People are so iffy on the Bookers. Some people like the plainness of the shoe. Some people really don't. I see some of the ones he's been wearing lately in game, his PEs. Hopefully they do some switcheroos for the releases where they get like Nike swooshes right here or little emblems on the back. They need to do something to up the look of this shoe from it looking so plain Jane. Even though a lot of people do like the plain Janeness of the shoe. Like I said, for me, my highlight of the shoe is got to be the outsole, which is the bottom of the shoe. So come on now, But I do like the subtleness of it. It's something about it. You got they got raffles on Armand and social status for the Kobe's. Okay. I mean, you know what? It's encouraged that you always give yourself the most opportunities to win. For the statement I was about to say is, well, I'm just gonna rely on my one store, and if they get it, I'm gonna rock with it. If not, then no. But I might have to put in a little more work for that. The alien's the only one you want. I hear you. Hey, you know what? What's funny about that though? I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a lot more bizarre or wild standing colorways in shoes when it comes to the Kyrie. I know that's the first one, and that one is definitely fire. Based on the creativity of his mind from what we've seen in the past, man, we can only imagine that those there's gonna be some more crazy Kyries coming out in the future, for this upcoming season. D Book One Sunrise colorway does release today. Give you guys a little early look at that. I'm gonna leave this here in the background just so when people scrolling through, they want to know what I'm talking about mainly because we got more shoes to talk about. But those D Book ones are definitely solid. With all the talk of the Kyries, because those Kyries, we back, man. I'm saying, being that they're starting to be able to be purchased in store, we back. When I was at the event the other night with Cool Kicks, the Shoe Palace event, was my first time seeing Antas sold in store. I'm super juiced about that. So not only does Foot Locker get them, Shoe Palace does too, which means, and I hear JD Sports as well. So that means, or not JD Sports, I hear Dick's Sporting Goods as well. So we can only imagine like more colorways to come. His lifestyle stuff. I can't wait to start seeing his merchandising store. Had no idea that they're going to start putting that stuff in Flex. Definitely fire though. Good, great to see that. Let me get some other lighting on this too. Definitely some solid stuff right here, man. 125 on the retail. Like that's what I mean. Everybody else got the 150s, 160s, and all that stuff. 125 is great. I feel like I'm curious to see what the response is going to be. I don't think a lot of people know that Antas are at Shoe Palace right now. However, this is a triple black colorway, but people do like his triple black shoes over time. Try to find some triple black Kyrie 4s. Almost impossible. Kyrie 6s. Try to find those in all black. You know what I mean? People do like the all black Kyries. So I feel like, yes, really nice packaging on these too. I mean, the box is no joke. I gotta see if I got space here. I know that Ayla box is crazy too, but these basic Anta boxes right here are not no joke. You know what I mean? For 125, the packaging, you know what I mean? So, I can only imagine what's to come with the shoe. I wore these for the first time yesterday just to see what they felt like wearing them as a casual shoe. They did feel comfortable. They were breathable. They were true to size fit on here too. I am going to do a review on these because obviously we back, Kyrie's, man, in store. I'm super happy about it. Hopefully they get more crazy and bizarre releases. 125 is definitely a great price point for a shoe, especially with the market now. These books right behind it, 140. What's up with that? At least the Jaws are 120, but then you got LeBron's at 200, 210, KD's at 150 to 170, depending on or 160 to 170. Everybody else is priced a little bit higher. So Kyrie coming in again with Antas again at the retail stores. It's only a matter of time before they start taking it over, having more shelf space, getting some clothes up in there, because I definitely want some of the Kyrie merch. But I definitely want to try it on because it is a different brand, so you got to see what the sizing is actually like, you know what I mean? They do have a home base out here in LA, so hopefully I can push something out to a retail store pretty soon. A couple other things that I'll talk about briefly. I mentioned the Shoe Palace, or there's a JD Sports opening in the Beverly Center. They said by this holiday season, like mid-November, so I'm looking forward to going there and checking that out. So be on the lookout for that store opening too. Maybe we'll talk more in detail about this next point. But I just found out, I may be late to the game, but I just found out, and I'll do more research, but I found out from a reliable source, that JD Sports, the brand from over the country, across the water, Europe, right, overseas, they are actually a really big titan in the game, much more than we might have thought. And I don't know if everybody knows this, because I feel like if I have heard it before, then I would not be surprised. But so give you more of the story. So going to that event was dope. I went to a couple of Shoe Palaces the last couple of days of some locations where people I know that were supposed to be there didn't go. And I went to one, and my boy was telling me out there in Melrose that they have an event coming up this Thursday, right? Now, it's more open. I can RSVP. I don't think I'm going to go because I think I might be busy. I'm not too sure. However, in our conversation, he was telling me one of the reasons why he didn't go to the event that I was at was because he had to stay at his location because DTLR was coming through because of this event that's coming out on Thursday. Okay, so that's DTLR at Shoe Palace. I'm like, oh, that's dope. Okay, so about to do some stuff together. He's like, yeah, man, they're all owned by the same. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. JD came and wiped out everything, as what you just said, Dizzy. They wiped out everything though, not just Finish Line. JD is low key over here. I don't know if I should say allegedly just to protect myself, but whatever. Allegedly, they're creating their own little monop. You know, JD Sports bought out Finish Line. We know that. So Finish Line is JD Sports, like sister, like right there, right? But JD Sports also owns DTLR. I didn't know that. I had no idea. JD Sports not only owns Finish Line, DTLR, and themselves JD Sports, but JT, I'm getting confused with all these names. JD Sports also owns Shoe Palace. Mind blown. Boom. What? Wait a minute. No, I didn't know that JD owns Shoe Palace too. Yeah, JD owns Shoe Palace too. Look it up, bro. It's been a whole thing about it. They came out there and cashed them out for a lot. So JD Sports low-key came over to America and started to create their own little monopoly low-key. The only thing they don't have is Flex. So they own all the competition. So when you see, that's what kind of makes sense now when I see Shoe Palace and JD going on sale quickly and quicker than all the other stores, mainly Flex, because they're the same brand. They just keep working at their own title, but they're owned by the big company JD. JD came over to the States and shut it down. If you like that information, never heard it, please hit the like button. We got 1 like, I think that is. That's crazy. 1 like. We got an early book that comes out today. You know what I mean? These drop today. If you guys are just joining us, the D Book 1 Sunrise. Definitely a solid colorway if you are a Booker fan. You know, if you like the Book 1s. I like the outsole probably the most. But yeah, hit the like button if you haven't done so, nonetheless. Thanks for whoever just hit that second like. I appreciate that, bro. Okay, just a guy. All right. Yeah, Mom and Pearl, you're right about that. That's something that you're right about that. Yeah, so I wore them for the first time. Felt great on feet, you know. This traction pattern makes me wonder what it looks like on the court, because I haven't tried it on the court, but there's no it's a flat situation there, you know. It's different. It's different than what you normally see. Like, you got the grooves here and everything. You got the grooves, but there's I don't know how to even explain it. It's way more of a flat outsole than way more of a flat outsole. JD came right on Nike's block and sold their own work. That's a fact. JD is low-key might be the reason why Nike is dropping off. Because, you know, like I said, Nike working heavily and side by side with the Flex stores, Foot Lockers and stuff like that. Mainly Foot Locker, because Foot Locker bought out Champs, you know. And in past videos, we talked about how Champs kind of gets the lower end of the stick when it comes to Foot Locker and Champs. So, yeah, so JD Sports over here just surrounded the whole situation. They just cornered the market. They surrounded Foot Locker. They surrounded Flex with all their stores and just taking over what's going on, man. That's crazy. I just think about it, in the mall I go to recently, all of them. But okay, so you got, let's take Glendale. You got JD Sports upstairs. Below that is Champs. Right next to that is JD Sports. So you got Shoe Palace and JD Sports. 2 stores against 1 right there. And both of them stores have the same shoes and more with better deals. They're wiping the hell out of Champs in that little corner of the mall right there. You know what I mean? That's just one location. The Foot Locker's on the other side, away from everybody. There's no competition over there as far as, you know, there's Adidas kind of close, but not really. But I know there's some stores with these stores right next to each other, you know, 2-3 stores away from each other. So it's really it's really they really 20v1 type stuff, you know what I mean? That's crazy. And that's exactly it. I'm with whoever got the sales, man. And that's what I'm talking about. That's why we win as the consumer. You know what I mean? For somebody who wants to grab shoes or add stuff, that's why it's good that things are around. And then you have patience. You get things that are on sale because JD and Shoe Palace are going on sale quicker than everybody else, getting them in, getting them out, which is super good, man. Same with the Lama Mall. Yep. I'm trying to think of Topanga. Topanga's about to be the same way because Shoe Palace just moved over right by where JD is, which is also next to Champs, and then Foot Locker's to the yeah. So that's a good example too because you got Foot Locker, below Foot Locker is JD Sports, then diagonally above JD Sports is the new Shoe Palace, and then cat a corner from Shoe Palace is Champs. So they got that sold up too, because the Champs there don't really get much, and Foot Locker's hanging on by themselves. JD is over here. They came and did it the right way, man, and they got all the brands in there you want. But their Shoe Palace is smart for adding. Well, Foot Locker did it too. They did add Anta in there. Who's gonna add more Anta in there though? Foot Locker has a whole display for Kyrie, but just the shoe. Shoe Palace has two colorways of the shoe: the all black and the white with the gray detailing. So who's gonna go harder with the Anta? I think JD and Shoe Palace went harder when it comes to on cloud running or on running, however you say that. And Hoka, they definitely have more of a selection of those shoes than the Foots do, the Flexes. But nonetheless, this is a pretty dope shoe. I don't know when these actually dropped, but they did start popping up in these Shoe Palace locations. So if you were looking for the Anta Kai 1, they are now in store. I think maybe even online too, because people told me they saw it online when I was surprised and saw it on Foot Locker. But I'm just happy to be back, able to, grab, shoes from the homie. You know what I mean? Only two. We're not going as crazy as we used to. But the fact that they are allowing us to, not just on Anta.com. Like I said, I like to go and buy the shoe, especially for me doing content. I don't want to just keep having things delivered. I'd rather go get the shoe, talk about, you know what I mean? So it's really good that they're starting to actually drop these in stores that I actually go to all the time. You got them on Hibbit, so Hibbit's in there too. I need to find out if JD owns Hibbit or who's under the cloud of Hibbit. Is it Foot Locker or is it JD? I forget. I feel like Hibbit's not a part of Foot Locker. I feel like Hibbit's not at all. So are they under JD, or are they the only standalone? But it's definitely about time. Nike's gonna realize as Kyrie's and people might start knowing about these being there, people gonna start going there and scooping up the reeds if they like them, and they might start surpassing some of the basketball shoes on Nike, and then they're gonna start to feel the difference. It might really take into effect this season here coming up into next year, because Kyrie's already wearing some other shoes, and he has a lifestyle shoe popping out. I'm telling you, man. I hope he got shelf space right next to Nike basketball. Right next to Nike basketball. And I'm saying, man, I don't know, man. JD owns Hibbit too. They cornered the market. They got the low-key monopoly. The only thing they don't have is the two. Wow, you learn something new every day, man. I know. I wonder who. It's up to Kyrie to sign the next player. So I'm curious to see who would he sign next as the next guy. We got Trae Young right now as a free agent, secret free agent. That'd be kind of crazy. These do well. Okay, Kyrie shoes normally fit kind of snug to me when they were with Nike. I was able to get away with a 13 for a lot of the shoes though. Only a few I had to go up to a 14. Because there's a lot of cushioning, so once you wear them a lot, it kind of breaks it in a little bit more. I'm able to go true to size on both of these and feel fine. I don't have a feeling of where I need a 13.5 on either one. So I'm able to go true to size on them. Trays definitely don't sell. Maybe because he's with Adidas and the way they look. You know what I'm saying? So maybe if he came to Anta, he would have a whole different look to the shoe and a new brand. Just to give an example, I gotta ship these off actually. Send these in the Amazon. But this right here is not something that people would be like, oh, I need those. It would be really about the colorway of this shoe if you really gave this a chance. You know what I mean? There's one colorway that's not bad of this shoe. I'm not overall killing this shoe, but it's definitely not the best. Very much so a weird-ish looking shoe, but it kind of fits all the weird shoes out there. but just not the right groove. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, Trae Young was spotted during, media day or training or early training camp wearing some Jordans and I think some Antas, if I'm not mistaken. He wore two different brands. It wasn't Adidas though, so I'm pretty sure he's not with them anymore. You just bless the kid. Oh. I don't know to laugh at that or not. I mean, that's a great thing, giving a kid some free shoes. Was it because you just wasn't right? Was it was it like, oh, I'm cool on these, here you go, kid? Or was it like, oh, here, kid, you need some shoes? Boom. You know what I mean? I don't know. Either way, it's a good thing because the kid got the shoes. But these are, you know what I mean? Oh, he had that on a Jordan 39 and an anti-shockwave. Yeah, so he could be over there trying to, hey, Kyrie, I'm a free agent. Come scoop me up. I see what y'all doing over there. You got creative control and all that. Holla at your boy. But yeah, these really aren't the business, so I can see why people really wasn't buying them and stuff like that. But you'd be surprised though. They might not have been super popular. However, there is a good amount of people out there who's scooping them up because if you look on certain platforms, the ranking for the sales form are actually pretty good for the Trae Young. What's that? Trae Young 2? Trae Young 3? And so I don't know. Probably not just a big hit with college and NBA players, but maybe high school and down. Maybe rock with the Trae Youngs. Okay. Oh, for sure. That's dope, Dizzy. I was over here thinking, like, man, I'm cool on these, man. Y'all can have, you know what I mean? Definitely a dope shoe. Two dope shoes right there, though. Both of these guys in store right now. Anti-Kai 1 and then the Kai 1 Speed Twin Flame, one for his dad. Let me put these back in the box. I want to be organized as I'm doing this. I don't want to just have things all over the place. But the book ones are in store right now. They came out today. The release date for them officially was October 10th for $140. So if you're interested, go ahead and scoop them up. I feel like I'm gonna wear these Kyrie again today. So I don't even know why I'm putting them in the box, but I'm gonna do it because, like I said, I want to be organized. Yeah, that was like, I mean, the event we went to was definitely dope. We talked to the people from Hoka. I think there was a lot of brands was there actually. And as I look back, we were having a good time, but I probably need to do a lot more talking to others, But I had a great time and I did make some connections and then, whatever. But yeah, definitely probably should have did a little bit more. But we did a lot, but I didn't really exchange a lot of information. And that's where I feel like I dropped the ball. You live and you learn, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully there should be a couple more coming up soon. We will address that next time. Anta is weird. They don't make 11 and a half, but they make 12 and a half, 13. That is crazy as hell. But you know what? I'm not going to say, you know what's funny about that? That's crazy. That's weird, right? But I'm not going to be mad at that because, shoot, so many brands don't do the opposite. They don't make damn 13 and a half and 12 and a half a lot. So they're doing stuff to be different and kind of feed that other market that Nike don't even deal with. How rare is it to get a size 12 and a half of any shoe, let alone ever get a 13 and a half unless you find it at the outlets in a team basketball colorway? You know what I mean? I like Anthem for doing that. I mean, it sucks for the people with 11 and a half, but you know what? It's good that the shoe's on the other foot because I'm a 13 and every time we always be having them disadvantages with Nike and all their shoes being so snug and you can't fit your foot in the toe box unless you get a half size up. But I'm a 13, so I can't get a 13 and a half. I have to go up to a 14 and make my foot look even more like a boat than it already does. So you know what? I like Anthem for doing that. Thanks for the point. I never knew that. I never realized that because I never really shopped on their website. I wonder if their sizing is like that for their clothes. That's hilarious. And I think that might even be. I wonder if that was conscious. I would love to be able to talk to somebody and find that out. Was that on purpose? Because Nike loves to cater to the 11 and a half and everything else besides the 12 and a half and the 13 and a half. For real, that's a super fact. And almost every basketball shoe for Nike, you got to go up a fucking half a size. Oh, my bad. You got to go up a half a size. These are still flooding around too. I haven't seen these in stores. I don't know about online. Now this is still the size 12, so we haven't tried it on, but my size 13 came in the mail. So I will be making some content and showing you guys what it looks like with the lace swap in there. Shit, actually, maybe I hold on. Yeah, that's crazy though. I never knew that about the sizing. That is definitely interesting. Interesting as hell. That's on purpose. Yeah, that had to be done on purpose, bro. Ain't no way they did that by mistake. Ain't no way they did that by mistake. So yeah, let me do this really quick because I'm chilling out for a little while, man. It's early in the morning, you know. I do have a video out on the channel, so if you guys haven't seen it, make sure you guys check it out. My most recent video, you know. We back to the algorithm being funny, but it is what it is. I'm gonna continue to go. I got more sneaker reviews dropping, and oh man, I went to. You know, the phones will be listening to y'all. Did I speak on this? I think I was. If I said this, I said it yesterday on my other stream, and a lot of people weren't there, so I can say it now. But we all know the phones are listening. You know, when you talk about something a bunch of times, and then you go to your phone, and then you start seeing ads for whatever you was talking about. That's how you know your phone was listening. So I was over here. What was I doing? I was. Okay. I've been hitting up Century City recently. I've been in that area a lot more, so I've been going to that location, and all they have over there is the Adidas store. But you know, it's not too far from 3rd Street, so I can go to Nike and all this type of stuff. But we talked always on the channel about how the Adidas basketball shoes. Let me do this and talk about that too. I'm gonna talk about Adidas shoes when I'm doing some Nike lace swapping, but who cares? So been talking about how Adidas hasn't been having the Nike. Why would they not? They wouldn't have Nike basketball. We were talking about how Adidas doesn't have basketball shoes in their stores. I want to know if it's like that for everybody in their other states, or if we're just experiencing that like heavily out here. You know what I mean? I do want to know that. But that's like a thing. Me and Crew been discussing that. I've been on that for a minute. There's no Nike basketball at Adidas retail stores. If you do find some Nike basketball, here's my size 13 that finally came in. So we'll be able to get to the sizing on it too. But yeah, no Adidas basketball shoes on the shelves in Adidas stores. Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense at all. They have two of the best and two of the most popular basketball shoes out right now in the AE1 and the Harden Volume 7. But you can go to a bunch of stores and not really see them in stores, and it don't make no sense. Any Adidas store, right? If you go to the Adidas outlet out there in Citadel sometime, might find some on the back wall, but that's it. At one point, we would find some Adidas basketball there, but it just started to just disappear. So out here, they're only at 2 locations. The Century City location, which is why I was going there, and then the new Adidas store on Melrose. They used to have one that was there before, a small location, but that location had closed down, and I thought it moved to the new location. A lot of people don't even probably know what I'm talking about. But there was an Adidas location on Melrose. They didn't move. They just closed down. No, they moved downtown. So the Adidas that was on Melrose moved downtown, but then they opened up a new Adidas flagship store on Melrose further down the block. That's like really top notch and designer. Has like the Fear of God collection and just all the high designer Adidas stuff, which really actually looks nice. I'll put that video out tomorrow for you guys to check it out. You know, people don't really watch Adidas videos, but it's nice. It's combined with 2 different Adidas stores. The Century City one, which is a really nice one, as well as the flagship store in on Melrose. Nonetheless, I've been looking for the pre-love AE1, that pink purple one, and they would say that either one of them stores would have it. Neither one of them had it. So I had been talking about the AE1s. I had went and talked to a few people, and they kept saying the new Adidas store on Melrose should have them. So I kept talking about the shoe. The next morning, I wake up, first thing when I open up my phone on Instagram, the first ad I see is for the new store opening on Melrose, the new Adidas store opening on Melrose. I'm like, that's crazy. All I've been doing was just talking about this new store opening. Now all of a sudden, I'm getting advertisements directly from Adidas on my feed promoting their new location. I'm like, okay. So um, I went by there. I went by there day before yesterday. That's a very nice store. That thing is crazy. That thing is nice, really nice. I'm sure it might pop up on your feed. Well, maybe not. If you're not in California, it might not. But if you are in California, it should pop up on your feed. But yeah, one thing I checked it out. They had a lot of good stuff there. When you guys see the video, I'm pretty sure you like the display and stuff like that. But I almost you would have saw a video of Cool and I at an Adidas event because when I was there, I was making conversation with one of the workers, and he was seeing what I was doing, and I started kind of just explaining a little bit because I just seen a store of somebody in there, of course from Adidas, but they were recording with cameras, so I didn't think it would be a problem for me to go record with cameras, and so I did. He asked me questions, he liked what I did or whatever, so then he's like, "Oh, you know what? We actually have an event this week. On Thursday, we're doing like a sipping, whatever they call it." Looking at these products in here, and people can come through it, get some free drinks and food, and shop if they want to, browse or sip and browse. That's what it was called. Yeah, sip and browse. This Thursday is like, let me get your information, and I'll see if I can get you an invite printed out. I'm like, okay, cool. So I was just gonna look around the store a little bit more. Then he came back and told me, oh man, unfortunately, we're full for this event. But we have your information, and we'll have you down on our guest list for upcoming basketball sneaker releases at this store. So hopefully something like that does happen. We'll see what happens. But here we go. The yellow laces, yeah, Ja ones were super snug. Yeah, you had to go up a half a size or even a full size. Some people said a full size, like Dizzy just said. You know what I mean? So it's kind of crazy how the sizing's like that. It's good to see that some basketball shoes, because at one point it felt like all Nike basketball shoes were like that, because LeBron's you had to do that, the Ja ones you had to do that, but the KDs have kind of been true to size, and I felt like the Bookers were a true to size fit also because of the wider toe box on here. By the way, if you're just joining, these Bookers dropped today on Nike and all that stuff. The Sunrise colorway, in case you guys were thinking about it. It's a very nice pink colorway, if you're into that. Also, is definitely impressive too. Dropping during Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so perfect timing. Good cushioning on this shoe here too. Not mad at this colorway. Retail for $140 though. That's the only thing I feel like it's kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. And this is my first time actually seeing the Ja 2 induction colorway with that yellow lace that it came with to go with the accents all behind the under layer. And it's not bad, You guys can be the judge on which one you guys like more, whether the original laces it came with or, switching it up a little bit. I don't know. That's a iffy thing. To be honest with you, I'm usually a fan of putting that other lace in there. However, I think on this shoe, I don't know, man. I think the laces the way it is makes more sense than the yellow ones for me. Maybe if they put yellow on one of these logos on the tongue, maybe I would like the way it pops a little more. But I don't know, man. Maybe light blue, if they had laces this blue colorway, that might make the shoe nice, might make it pop a little more. Nonetheless, it still is a solid shoe. I'm not mad at the Ja 2 induction. Yeah, that brown, you're not really, I know you said you're not feeling that brown. Kind of different. The original one came with like a wooden brown box or something like that, right? But yeah, the blue might hit better at some point. Maybe we'll get to that. At some point, maybe I'll find some blue laces that match with that shoe and go perfectly, But these are definitely not bad. Not mad at the shoe at all. We, came across these. I scooped these up for somebody else, one of my channel members. But we got the Ja 2 Stargazer as well. Much better in hand than when I first saw them. The sketches and images we saw at first weren't the best, wasn't the most flattering, but after having them in hand, these are way better than what I imagined them to be. I like how they gave it a swoosh right there and then keep the medial side too bland. You know what I mean? I like how they did that for sure. Lace on these is not bad. The side ripples kill the jaw too for me. Okay. And you know what's interesting? Um, I thought that was what kind of made it a little weird for me too, especially with the first images we saw. It was like, first images I saw was kind of like this. I'm like, what the hell is that? I don't know. But then seeing how they covered it with this over layer kind of gives you that breakdown of like, you know, this layer, this navy or light blue covers over this whole thing, because this design is still underneath here. If you look closer, you can still see the ripples right there. It just has that layer over there. You know what I mean? The Halloween ones look crazy. That might be a personal job for the collection for sure. That might be a personal job for the collection for sure. This one's not bad. Size 12. Like I said, got this for somebody else, but I'm not mad at these at all. I do like the purple colorway on it. I think I like the purple tone. That's what draws me to the shoe. I do think that this is kind of weird. I do think that, you know, but I do like the colorway. The colorway is what's keeping me to the shoe. And after saying that, it makes me realize, when it came to the jaw 1, I was saying the same exact thing. I was saying it was going to be about the colorways and the hype. When he got into some controversy, the next shoe that dropped sold out. If it was just a shoe dropping and nothing was happening with his name, nobody cared about it. The first colorway, then the Hunger colorway, there was like one other colorway that dropped after suspension or any return. Everybody bought that. You know, there was no controversy or anything when the reverse scratch dropped, which was actually one of the best ones, probably top 3 for sure, or top 5 for sure. Nobody really cared. That was on sale at JD Sports for $80 or $90 now. It's like, wait a minute. The original scratch was crazy, sold out instantly because it was hyped up. The reverse scratch, which is just as fire, and they're bringing those jerseys back this year. They're bringing back those Vancouver Grizzly jerseys, which match those reverse reverse scratches. So I'm like, nobody cared about them because there was nothing popping. There was no hype around it. You know what I mean? It's definitely a nice shoe. And if you have the collection, you have both scratches, or actually there's 3 scratches, because there's that scratch 2.0, which is very dull, but it has scratches on the outsole. It's a scratch 2.0. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the color tone for these, man. What the fuck are these? Oh, you like them? This is the Nike Ja 2 Stargazer. Release date has kind of been all over the place, to be honest with you. And stores don't really know when they have them. Like, you go to, I haven't been in like 2 days, but Nike stores haven't been getting them. They're not sure when they're going to get them. But, you know, Foot Locker had them. The location with the House of Hoops. And just like the other day when I did my video for the Kyries, the Anta Kai won the Twin Flame. I had to tell the people that they had them in their store. I go in, even for this job, I'm looking around the store doing my thing at the Beverly Center, just doing my normal content. And then I'm like, I thought these shoes should be out. They do have a House of Hoops. Let me look on the app. I looked on the app, it says available, you know what I mean? So I go and ask them, you guys got these? I'm like, we're not sure. But you know, they do a good job there. So oh, can you get the barcode? He scanned it. Oh, we got them in the back. Okay, such and such. Can you go grab them? And then they went and grabbed them. And here's the story. Luckily, like I said, I got them for somebody else anyway. I was needing a size 12. And the biggest size they had was a 12. So this is the second release for the Ja 2 in store where there's no 13, like no 13 in sight. Only where you can find a 13 is online. What is up with that? As we just talked about Anta appeasing the bigger sizes, you know, the 12 and a half and the 13 and a halves. You have Nike over here not even shipping out 13s to the stores. What's up with that? What is that? What I don't understand that. Like, what y'all doing y'all thing with y'all toe box and everybody talking about going up a half a size or even a full size, you're not gonna have 13s readily available in store, and God forbid you have 114 ever made. That makes no sense. You have hoopers A lot of these guys are getting bigger and bigger now. Pause. Like they're growing. They have bigger feet, and you having all these shoes so snug. Like it's crazy. That's crazy work how they're doing that, as we say. But I do like the purple with the blue. You got the blue, the orange, or like Volt green. Then the other shoes, the opposite with the Volt green with the blue on there. Now, I like these. Lace swapping will be crazy. If you find either the blue lace, if you find some blue laces that colorway, or even some Volt laces, I think that will look crazy inside this shoe. Either one will make the shoe pop out so much more. Hold on. Cause we get great, what I mean? We be trying things, but like I don't know if that. I mean, this pops just because it's a whole different color, even though it's not that. But even this makes the shoe pop more because it's just a brighter lace, even though it don't go. I mean, you could do whatever you want to do with your lace. If you want to put those in there, you could. But that would look kind of wild. Me and my content, I might just do that just for content purposes. We got content days and weekends coming up where I'm just gonna be in the crib making content. So that might be an ordeal right there. You know what I mean? That just might be. Nonetheless, I was blessed with a 9.5. I can fit women's sizes. Lucky. That is a benefit, man. Speaking of that, look at that, man. Y'all is great. I appreciate everybody here watching. Y'all helping me transition, man. It's all about having a smooth transition. Being a guy and being able to fit women's sizing is a benefit, man. Don't ever let nobody tell you different, man. That's you're lucky because they be getting some nice shoes, some shoes that really stand out that, unfortunately, sometimes people like myself can't get them. This is not necessarily one of those shoes that I'm about to show you because I don't know if I would pick this up for myself, but I do like it. I do like it a lot. And maybe for the time of year, actually, it might be fitting for the next shoe I'm about to show you guys. I did pick it up for somebody else too. So we got the Nike Job 2. The D-Book 1 came out today. If you guys are just joining on Nike.com, the D-Book 1 Sunrise 140 on the retail, or 140 or 150. Nice colorway. Drops today on footlocker.com in case you guys were interested in the shoe, want to see what it looked like a little bit closer up. Hopefully these visuals can give you an option or a thought if you want to scoop them up or not for yourself. And if you're liking any shoe in the video, please hit the like button for your boy. That will help YouTube actually show this stream to more people so we can get more people in here. But speaking of being a guy who can wear women's shoes and be lucky, I got two shoes I actually want to see what y'all think about. Get your opinion on it. The first one here is has a lot of different question marks because it is a Jordan 1 mid. Now, people all talk about the mids. They don't like the mids. If you don't care about that, this is definitely a very solid mid. This is a women's exclusive colorway on the Jordan 1 mid. This is SE, a Jordan 1 mid SE. It's like a holiday release or something like that. These are crazy, bro. The leather quality has been upgraded. It's an SE, so the leather quality is upgraded on here. Really good leather. Then you have the whole velvet upper, or the velvet overlay, I should say. You guys can see the tumble leather right there. This velvet is definitely some solid material. They didn't shortchange at all. You got the Wings logo right there, debossed, right? Look at the texture on the leather on the back. Somebody in the stream yesterday said perfect for Valentine's Day or Christmas. I could totally see this with a Christmas outfit. People going on Christmas holiday parties. This would go hard with a Santa outfit. These are crazy. Women's exclusive. Like I said, I don't think these come in a size 13. I don't believe these were extended sizes. I'm not sure, but that is one that could be considered. I know a lot of people out there probably would consider this Jordan 1 mid if they were at all into the mids or gave mids a chance, because this is a very nice colorway right here, but this is a women's exclusive colorway. And as you're speaking, being able to wear the women's shoes, this is something you can rock. And other people are like, damn, how'd you get those? Oh, well, oh, well, Definitely nice quality on this Jordan 1 mid right here. Women's exclusive colorway. Got the velvet on the upper or the overlay, very solid. Women's exclusive colorway that, like I said, I'm sure there are some guys out there who have bigger feet that probably would like to grab these. You know what I'm saying? Very nice shoe, very nice detail. Women's exclusive Jordan 1 mid. Then we also have the other one that you might have seen in the video or in the stores yourself, the Jordan 1 low in the same velvet, kind of like that Chicago vibe, I guess. That's what I'm going to say it is. Look at that, man. Look at that. These are not cheaply made, man. These are nice. The quality on them is very nice. The material feel really soft. My goodness. I'm saying, I know a lot of guys out there, if they had the opportunity, they would scoop this up. They wore 13, 11, or 12, 11, you know what I mean? They would want to grab this too, but no. They're for the ladies only, unfortunately. But shout out to the ladies for getting some heat, though. Shout out to that, because that's the whole point. You got to give some heat to everybody. The kids be getting some nice heat. Ladies got to get some nice heat. The guys always do. Big fan of this colorway right here, though. The velvet on there, not a bad situation. Got two solid velvet releases here. Speaking of, being able to fit some women's shoes out there, these are definitely two solid ones right here for sure. I think this was like 135 and this was like 125, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. SE, these are definitely like some holiday releases because, they're giving off festive vibes all day. Christmas for sure, but I could totally see Valentine's Day, but these are totally giving off holiday vibes right here. Very solid releases, not mad at these at all. Tell a friend to tell a friend if you like either one of these. Make sure you hit that like button, whether you're watching now or on the replay. Hit the like button. It really helps more people see this live stream and just the videos on the channel. You know what I'm saying? We've been going for about 45 minutes strong. Been talking about nothing but newer releases or sometimes even unreleased shoes. These just released today, the book one. Shout out to everybody just joining. These just been rolling out into the store, so you might be able to find these now. You know what I mean? You can find these now. Definitely some solid shoes right here. I want to give both of these guys some time to show y'all. And maybe something you might want to scoop up, for your girlfriend or daughter or something like that. If you guys got some girls in your life you want to get some shoes for, these are two good options that they would like. My girl liked both of these, Definitely not a bad shoe. Just, that white, keeping it clean is the only issue. But these are nice, though. Steph's 213, what it do, bro? Welcome to the stream. Good morning. Definitely a solid shoe. Both of these are solid. If you like either one of these, make sure you hit that like button for sure. A lot of these things will be getting shipped off today and tomorrow. So we got that. Okay, that is that. That's that on that. Jordan 1 mid. Oh, there we go. Definitely a solid selection of shoes over here, I'm always happy to be able to find these things for people who watch and people who support the channel. That's what the retail reserve membership is here on YouTube. If you need help grabbing shoes, even if it's just for this holiday season, go ahead and join the membership. Feel free to hit me up. I will then add you to the Discord or my Instagram private chat as I send out pictures of shoes that I come across when I come across them. And you guys can just shop through the videos. Also on YouTube, I also add product links to the videos too. So while you're watching the videos, there's product menus that pop up, and usually a lot of the shoes that's in the videos will be available in the product link, so you can shop that way as well too, without even having to go to the store. Nonetheless, definitely a dope Jordan 1 mid. Not mad at these at all. Women's exclusive shoe. I think both of those SEs are probably I'm gonna be honest, like a 10 out of 10. I like the red, I like the low for the women, and I like the mid, both of them. No, actually, these were picked up for somebody else. I was able to I met up with my cousin yesterday. He wanted to get some shoes, so I had a few options for him. This book one, and then he scooped up the AE one, the slime green. He was kind of cool on these bookers right here. So no, I'm not rocking them. These are a size 11 right here. I'll probably put them on my website or something like that. I don't know. Nonetheless, they come out today if anybody's interested in those. Let's see. Next up, we have, because I showed it. Let me show you the box. Let me show you the box first, because the box is crazy. But once you see the box, you're going to know what it is. There's a lot of things out here, man. As the season's starting, a lot of shoes being pushed out. You know, a lot of new things, a lot of new collabs. This right here, crazy. This right here is crazy. Y'all know that logo. Y'all know that print. Shout out to the boy Dame. You know, the Dame Bape. You got the Bape Dame 9. You know, the box is crazy. The box is crazy. The merch, the apparel that came with it was also really nice too. I believe there's 2 or 3 colorways. 2 for sure in store. Maybe that third colorway was a little harder to come across. Maybe more of a friends and family colorway. Eric, what it do? Welcome to the stream, bro. How's it going? Dame 9, Babe and Ape, the red colorway. They have the green camo too. The green camo, not gonna lie, it is nice also. The green camo kind of reminds me of the, you know, the classic Bape camo, besides the purple camo that they would use a lot. But I think the red ones just kind of stood out a little more. Now, I did have 2 people asking about these. I'm going to go by there, I think, today and see if I can scoop up another 13. Because this was at that new Adidas store, the one that opened up on Melrose, the brand new flagship. Very nice shoe, very nice store. And they had a decent selection of basketball shoes. I mean, it's way better than what we've seen because nobody else has an Adidas basketball selection like that. As far as with the new Adidas basketball, you know, inside Flex, you might find you'll find the AEs, but you won't see the Hardens that much. You might find a couple here and there, but not really, you know. The main AE you'll see is the AE1 and AE1 low. Dame 9's not so much, Harden's not so much, trades, people don't care about them, so that's why they're not there. Do they have another Adidas basketball? Donovan Mitchell, same thing. You don't really see him in the store at all. You only see him on Adidas.com or the Adidas outlets by the boatload, or now you'll see them at these Adidas flagships. We did see a Dame 6. It was a blue colorway. You'll see that in the video when I drop it. How was the Adidas DTL? How was the Adidas DTLA store? Is that okay. I'm thinking I'm reading something different. I didn't go to the Adidas downtown LA store, which I will be doing that probably this week. Maybe tomorrow. Cause I have to go see Jumpman. I haven't went to Jumpman in a minute, and I'm pretty sure the Adidas store is close to Jumpman, so I'm probably make a trip out of both of those. But I went to the new Adidas flagship store on Melrose. The original store that was on Melrose, if you just joining, they closed down. They moved their store to downtown. But there's a newer store that opened up further down on Melrose. That's the newer flagship store that holds like the high-end Adidas stuff, such as like the Fear God collaboration. They have a whole section of the Adidas Fear God. Then they have a whole like Adidas, like I don't think it's purple label, but it's like the high-end Adidas gear, the track suits that look distressed. I'm gonna show y'all the video. It's a nice setup, and I didn't know Adidas had that line, but it is pricey, so that's probably why I didn't know. But what it is basically, I'm gonna be honest, in my opinion, it's basically all the Yeezy designs that they still kept and just flipped it a little bit. That's pretty much what's there. So all the upcoming Adidas stuff that Kanye was about to do is in that store. It looks amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just keeping it a buck. That's how I feel when I seen it. At first I was mesmerized, like, damn, this stuff is dope. This is stuff. Oh man. Then I start to think. I seen one shirt. Oh, this is Yeezy. This is all the Yeezy stuff that they said they own the designs of. So all that stuff is now in stores. Very nice though. It does look good. A little pricey, but it's nice. It is. That boy know what he doing, man. He might be whatever, but I'm telling you, he's crazy when it comes to them designs. Clean Whips, what it do, man? Welcome to the stream. I think I might have to get on that soon because I have a lot of things still trying to push. I think Whatnot is a great thing. I know Whatnot has been kind of getting a little bit more on the uptick lately, so maybe we might start having to do that soon. Um, yeah, shout out to the chat for the reminders. Jumpman LA, Adidas Downtown, and then Whatnot again. You know, there's been so many other platforms I've been having success on in a sense when it comes to that. So I haven't been on Whatnot in a minute because, you know, people on Whatnot like the low, super low ball. You know, I'm not for that. And then I just sit there for an hour not selling nothing because I'm at a low price that's reasonable for me, and they don't even want that. They want me to start at $1 and sell a brand new Jordan 1 for $10. I can't do that, bro. You're driving me crazy here. You know, that's why I fell back from Whatnot, because the crowd there, they just be trying to, you know, and then you like my following's not super big there, so a lot of people can start a Travis Scott at $1 because there's enough people in there to run it up to where it's supposed to be. If you got 10 people in your stream and you start a shoe at $1, that shit gonna sell for 15. You gonna be hot. And I'm not gonna be the one to sell it and then be like, I can't send it. I mean, if it was something like that, I would just have to talk to the person and be like, yo, man, we gotta work something out because I ain't selling this shoe for no $15. That would be the one thing that discourages me about it. But I did see a lot of people, you know, there's a good amount of people who start the prices at what they want to start them at. And then you just sitting there for however long you are. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But I definitely will bring that into the arsenal as I'm setting up more of a live stream setup for myself, you know. But I'm telling you, you got some other platforms out there that's doing really well, you know what I mean? So that's why I kind of fell back from the Whatnot, because it's like a disappointment. You know, I had an idea to maybe go live with one of my friends who does Whatnot also, so we can at least just talk while we sit there and not sell shit. But I feel like that's, you know, wasting money and time. Time is money. So you're sitting there for an hour and a half not selling anything, just showing stuff, and then people want you to bring out everything from all the, like, nah, bro. Like it gets frustrating, bro. But you know what? You have to try something more than 5 times to really get the full experience. And I tried it only 3 times. No. I tried it about 5 times, and I've sold a good amount of stuff. But you know, I've given way more deals than I've ever, like, you know, it didn't come back for me. So only a few times it did, so I had to fall back. But you know, now it's later down the road, and a lot of things I do kind of just want to liquidate, so to speak. So I definitely will be coming back there and doing more. I appreciate that, Clean Whips, and I have some more stuff to add. And like I said, you know, I will be doing that soon, because I'm trying to just get rid of some stuff and make space for stuff as I'm just changing up some of the things around here. You know what I mean? But yeah, these Dame Nines, definitely a solid shoe for sure. You know, did I try it? Did I try it? I haven't tried it on yet, but I've heard true to size. The toe box doesn't look. It looks slightly narrow, but not nowhere near like what we've seen with these other shoes for sure. I imagine these to be a true to size fit. Usually Adidas shoes, you don't have to go down. I mean, you don't have to go up. If anything, sometimes you have to go down. You know, you have to go down a size or half a size to accommodate your foot. Like that Trey Young, I felt like I could have went down a half a size and been fine, but there's that key number, 12 and a half, not so easily to come across. Shout out to Anta for doing that, man. I'm glad the homie pointed that out, because I didn't really know that. I didn't notice that. They cater to the 12 and a half and 13 and a half because they know. They know. They listen. They've listened or done research, one of the two. I think this is a kind of an acquired taste, but I do like it. I think this is Dame's one of his best silhouettes so far. That purple one that he has out is pretty solid too. I'm curious to see what's next, what other colorways are going to come out. And I like that Dame is one of the guys who actually puts the footwork in. He's in touch with his shoe and the marketing of it, the whole, you know, coming up with the models and stuff. He's really hands on with it, you know. So I like that he has that. You know, he's not just somebody who just like lets Adidas do everything. He's somebody who actually puts the foot in, put the work in. I'm hearing this from Adidas people themselves telling me this, as opposed to somebody like, you know, other guys who just let Adidas do everything and don't really have hands on. I'll just leave it at that. I won't say no names. But Dame is one of those athletes who is really hands on with his shoe. So yeah, you guys can probably find these in Adidas.com. Probably. I don't think you'll find them in like Flex or JD. I don't think you'll find them there. Maybe. No, I think mainly Adidas. I think mainly Adidas.com or Adidas store. So if you have an Adidas flagship store, check it out. If you don't, hit the online up. If you need help with a size, That's where I come in handy because I got 2 stores. Actually, one other 2 flagship stores. I haven't went downtown to see, but one other 2 flagship stores have them. So if you need help with the Dames or the Hardens or the Don Issues or Adidas Fear of God, feel free to hit your boy up. Um, Fear of God is pricey, but some of the stuff is nice. I'm not gonna lie to you. And you know what? I'm gonna take it back. Not all that stuff is probably Yeezy stuff. It could be the guy from Fear of God too, because he's a hell of a designer also. But a lot of the stuff like I seen both. I seen stuff that looks like influence from the guy from Fear of God, and I see a lot of stuff in there that looks like Yeezy inspired. So it could be both. So that's why I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna say it's all Kanye stuff, but it look a lot. Probably how much on top of the retail X-ray Kobe you find them size 10. Well, if you're not a member, then it's like $30 a transaction or $25 per transaction. So it'd be $25 on top. Because you are somebody who supports and been watching for a long time. If it's somebody who just comes out of nowhere, then I would probably tell them like 35 or 40 for me going out there and getting it. Because you guys understand, like, the thing about it, I go out here to these stores anyway for my content. So I'm gonna see these shoes anyway. I'm not grabbing and buying everything myself, so I like to pass that on to other people, but I'm not gonna do it for free, obviously. So that's where the membership comes into play. Or if not, then you can just do the, the per transaction, that way. But I honestly feel like the Kobe X-Rays is gonna be one of them shoes that most stores are gonna raffle off. And I don't know if that's gonna be a shoe that sits after release date, because that one is a bizarre, crazy Kobe. Now the Kobe 9 Low Elites, that's a generic white shoe that dropped around a lot of other releases too. And then you had the Kobe Protro pack, or the team basketball pack, that they dropped 4 shoes at once. So a lot of Kobe's at one time. That's why that didn't sell out. But this X-Ray is totally different, from a different planet. I think people are going to be trying to get those, and people are going to raffle those off and re-raffle them off. I'm going to do my due diligence to see if I can grab my pair. But if my dude lets me get more than one or something like that, I'll let you know. Yeah, that's fire. Those steals like that be clean. You found them for $15 at Fear God Hats. $15, I think $9.99 or $10.99. One time they had some Fear God Hats at like Flex. That's super dope. Yeah, for sure. If I come across that size 10, I'll let you know. For sure. Because sometimes, like that stuff comes in handy. Like, for example, I have some things tied up that I'm trying to do. I think I'll be fine, but hey, if something else happens here and then I'm like, I got to pass on those Kobe's, then I'll be able to pick it up for you at least. You know what I mean? And then you can get it. As me getting my size 13 instead, you can get your size, whatever, from letting me know before anybody else did. You know what I mean? Definitely a solid shoe right here. I believe it's some long. Dame 9 Bape. Let me know if you guys are liking that. They have jersey. They have shorts that look fire. They also have some shirts. I didn't see none of the shirts at the store, else I would have scooped up a shirt. I was going to grab the shorts. They're $90 retail, but they only had a size small left. I did see the smalls reselling, so I don't know. The Bobby Thrift in me is like, maybe go back and see what I want to do, But I left it alone. But I need an excuse to go back to that store, because like I said, I got invited to the event but got disinvited at the same time. But I am on the list. But if I keep going there, doing my thing and buying from them too, hopefully that'll get me in there so we can get to some of these other events to kind of grow what I'm doing. Maybe we can get some type of sponsorship with these guys, because I've already talked to somebody before from Adidas. I forget the young lady's name. Big shout out to her, and that's probably bad right there, but it was such a long time ago. And it was a late Adidas rep. I saw her a few times at a few different flex stores. I saw her at Culver City. I seen her at Glendale. I saw her at Sherman Oaks and at Northridge. And I think it was the time I saw her at Topanga, which was the last time I saw her. She's like, yeah, we actually seen your videos a couple times on YouTube. We like what you're doing. Continue to cover them Adidas, and if you can cover them a little more, we're watching, and we'll be in touch at some point soon. This lady told me this like maybe 4 or 5, maybe 6 months ago. So that was one, and then now I go to the store, and then somebody else. So I'm on the radar at Adidas somehow, some way, So maybe at some point, we can take this channel to another level, But Adidas, holla at your boy, or any brand, you know what I mean? We out here working, man. Speaking of Adidas, another shoe that we're talking about that is more exclusive, because they've just been They've been acting funny with these Adidas basketball shoes. Uh, we got the Adidas Harden Volume 9. Now, I do like this colorway right here. That purple. We got the black patent leather toe box. Let me know if you've seen these in any store. No, you probably haven't because they're usually online or, a flagship store. And like I said, man, I've been to. Did they have this colorway? Yeah, they did have them. They had them here. They had them at both flagship stores, but nowhere else. Sky's the limit, man. We working, man. We just trying to grind, bro. Trying to grind and stay consistent with it. Partial translucent also. I've heard really good things about these. Good looking out though, Clean Flip. I appreciate that. Yeah, they just dropped on Shoe Palace. I think Foot Locker as well. They just came out today. Nice colorway. I like the outsole for sure. Shout out to everybody who's just joined the stream. Nike Book 1 Sunrise. And I'm not sure if there's a name to this Harden Volume 8. Got the mesh panel right here. A lot of cushioning. I'm definitely not mad at these. Definitely not mad at these. My boy Dizzy coming through. You know, in math, that was something I always got mixed up on. I always had to read that 3 or 4 times. You know, the greater and less than. You're saying the Harden 7 is better than the 8. Is that what you're saying? Because the greater side is on the 7 and the less side is on the 8. Ain't that what they teach us in elementary? How do I forget that? Yeah. So we have, of course, the comparison. We definitely have the comparison. We definitely come with that in the video too. 7s got more. It's kind of similar. It's kind of similar. Even the backs are very similar. There is. Okay, I gotta go higher up, right? Yeah. Very similar. I think the 9 is, or the 8 is slightly sleeker. This one's slightly sleeker than these. The 8's got the BBL. You think? I'm next to each other. It feels like the 7s are a little thicker. I think if anything, the 9's got lipo. They got some of that weight taken off. Look at how thick. These are both size 13s. Pause. The 7 is longer, more pointing at the toe box, and more pointier. Yeah, the 8's definitely sleeked down. They got the not the BBL, but they got the lipo. This is nice and a lot of cushioning. I like the cushioning with this 7, but this is definitely they definitely sleeked it down a little bit. They got the yeah. That's crazy, right? That's the one thing with the comparisons. It gives us the opportunity to kind of, but yeah, the cage is what makes you. Yeah, I hear you. Definitely, 2 great shoes though. Both of these definitely 2 excellent shoes. I haven't tried the 8s on just yet, but I do like the way they look. Not mad at these, man. Bulky shoes, 160 is the retail for them. A little pricey, but that's the game, man. So many different price points for these shoes. It's really about where you like to stand with your price points, man. In this stream, we went over a lot of different price points. 120, I think, was the lowest, all the way up to 170. We didn't tap into the $200. I didn't pull out nothing that was $200 today. No LeBrons. I think him and the GT Cuts are the only ones. Excuse me. LeBrons and GT Cuts are kind of the only ones with the at that $200 price point when it comes to the basketball shoes, the performance basketball shoes. Definitely a solid situation here. If you guys have liked any of the shoes you've seen in this stream today, make sure you guys do me a favor and of course hit that like button if you didn't do so already. Whether it's on the replay or now, definitely will help send out the stream to more people. We did do the lace swapping here too on these Ja 1s. First time seeing what's up with this. We will have a review coming for the Stargazer, because I gotta just keep that going. Like I said, regardless of how it's messing with the channel, it definitely helps overall, but just it's like struggling with my vlogs, and I don't like seeing them underperform like that. I know people will eventually get to them, but if I continue to flood it with more videos, they'll forget about those and those things will fall by the wayside. I'll be mad as fuck on them. So it's just like, that's just like a mental thing I'm dealing with, but it is what it is. It's still a grind. But yeah, so Nike Ja 2 Stargazer review coming, and then I will, in that same video, be able to give more feedback on the sizing, because finally I got my size 13 in the induction colorway. The sizing for these shoes is all over the place. I don't know what these companies are doing. Nike's not sending out size 13s to stores. If they're not sending out 13s, they're definitely not sending out 14s. And a lot of shoes you have to go up a size, so that makes no sense. The Adidas seem to be true to size fit. I'm not mad at what I'm seeing. The AE ones, people say maybe a half size up, on the lows especially. It's kind of to each its own. You got to definitely try the shoes on yourself to make sure it works for you. But we've been out here, man. A lot of good shoes in today's stream. If there's anything that really stands out to you, of course, more than others, feel free to let me know in the chat or in the comment section of the actual replay of the stream. You guys enjoy the rest of your, what day is it? Is it Wednesday or Thursday? Thursday, okay. I'm about to get out of here so I can go get some more content and maybe hit up a store or two. It's only 7, so cool. I can edit this video and then get some more stuff done. We went live for about an hour and 11 minutes. Big shout out to everybody here. Hit the like button on your way out. I'll see y'all in the next stream. Deuces. I'm an alien. Evil alien.